Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I found 3 interesting articles about democracy and Zelensky and Ukraine. And I will share them to you because I think they're ridiculously funny, if you know what I mean. But hey, start with the first one. Here is the first one from New Voice of Ukraine. This is from today, August 19, 2025. United Kingdom to help Kyiv hold first post-war elections. Do you understand why this is funny? United Kingdom has a king. The United Kingdom has the House of Lords. United Kingdom elects its prime minister through what kind of method? And United Kingdom has won. The winner takes it all. So I don't think United Kingdom can teach anybody about democracy, anything, but don't do it like us. So United Kingdom, besides the fact that is one of the main garbage in Ukraine that keeps that going and was the initiator, one of the initiators, I think should stay the fuck off Ukraine, if you know what I mean. So UK to help, you know what that means? We will organize so it's going to win who we want to win. So if in Romania France is the boss, in United Kingdom wants to be the boss in Ukraine. So that's the first article. I think it was ridiculously yeah, I'm gonna let you do it for me. Why? I can't. How about Ukraine helps United Kingdom in the first elections from now on? You see this kind of attitude of an arrogant attitude that you're gonna teach other people democracy when you have a king, unelected king, and then you have a prime minister like Starmer elected. How exactly? And the winner takes it all. You destroy everybody else. You stay only one. I mean, it's so ridiculous. And why United Kingdom? Who do you think you are? Do you think your democracy is good? It is, because it works for whomever needs to work, not for the people. So this is the first thing. Again, how about, I don't know, Bangladesh teach, I know, is gonna help United States of America run its new elections, future elections, next elections. Arrogance. And the Ukrainians, how do they look at it? Now, if the Ukrainians look at it, yes, the Brits will help us, then you have an inferiority complex. Fuck off. That's the first one I would say. You're incapable? You can't run your own thing? Why? The Brits will print your money? How about you print the Brits' money? The pound? No? I mean, look at the countries who have other countries print their own money. What the hell is that? The United States of America prints its own money. Romania doesn't print its own money. Does it? I think it was a company in Great Britain under the watchful eye of foreigners. So no, I think Ukrainians should run their own elections because I don't think they are inferior in any way to the Brits. But anyway, here it is. Let's go to the next one. And this is another article that I think it's imbecilic. Sputnik. Zelensky on elections in Ukraine. He says that security conditions are required. No. If you have a forever war, that means you're going to be in charge of the country forever? Is that what you're telling me? As an Ukrainian, I disagree with that. Let's put it that way. I want to go and vote. Security guarantees, I don't need security conditions. They can shoot, they can use their missiles. I'm going to vote you out. Like this. So that means if the guy in charge makes all the possible moves to have a continuous war, he's going to stay in power forever because Ukraine's security conditions are required. So no, I want to vote, and you cannot prevent me from voting. The president elect, unelect. You understand? I want to vote. You don't want to vote? Stay home. Maybe you don't deserve to vote since you're a weak link. You're a coward. Stay home. If you have a tyrant who gets at war with everybody, it's never gonna be the right moment to hold elections. Understand? If Zelensky right now says no, we disagree with these peace talks and so on, and no for the next 20 years, that means the Ukrainians will not vote for 20 years. That means one person determines for the whole country when they will express their will to vote? Does it sound normal to you? Does it sound democratic to you? Or the Brits will come and help you? No, the security conditions are not required. If you're a coward, stay in your fucking basement with your mask on and wear your boosters. Okay? Next. Irritating. And here is Zelensky. Again, Ukrainska Pravda. Zelenskyy says, we will leave issue of territories between me and Putin. So he says, between I and another guy will determine the territories, the land of a country that Ukrainian ancestors and others fought to defend against, I don't know, the Tatars, the Genghis Khan, and everybody else. Zelensky is going to be one person deciding the issue of the territories. No, I disagree with that. I think that there is some clause in the Ukrainian constitution, if I remember correctly, because I know exactly in Romania there is one, where the president cannot give lands. He doesn't have the authority. Only in Romania, Mr. Emil Constantinescu, then the president of Romania, he just gave the Snake Islands to Ukraine just by, we give it to you. And he didn't have the authority. The authority should have been put into a referendum. That's how you give territories, you swap territories. I think the same thing could be true for Ukraine. It's not one person, because that's not his country. And he cannot decide for past generations how he's going to give and take something that's not his. I think it's the people's decision through a referendum. In Romania, I think that's the way it was. Now, I guarantee in Ukraine is the same way, since it's a democratic country. It can't be a guy between him and Putin. We're going to decide here at the table, we're going to take a knife and we're going to carve it, Russia, Ukraine, I give you this, you give me that, clunk. Now what do you say? I think I'm going to carve right here and this is clunk, your turn. Where are we, in a bar? It seems like. So these are the three articles that I thought I should present to you. Just as a matter of fact, how these guys are thinking about things. The Brits, they lecture everybody, we're their democracy. It's ridiculous. Besides, look at what kind of leaders they had. I mean, if that's the creme de la creme to democracy, Ukraine should not have that kind of democracy. After all, Ukraine has Zelenskyy, so that's already gone, which, you know, a Ukrainian nation has a Ukrainian as a president and prime minister and defense minister and so on. I can go on and on with these guys. The other one, security conditions are required. That means if I determine that the security conditions are not okay, so I am the arbiter. If I say forever the conditions are not met, you as a free person are not allowed to vote. If I'm free, I can get you out. You're out. No, because he tells me that the security conditions are not met. Therefore, you can't get me out. And you know who's going to decide that? What the conditions are? I will decide. And I will make a continuous war. And I will say, conditions are not, security conditions are not met. And the third one, obviously, this guy is between me and Putin. This guy thinks he's a king? Between me and Putin? That's not your dad's country. That's not your dad's property. Like you have in a state of in a government, some officials who are hired. That's not their institutions. Well, my people, or why do we pay you? Who's you? Who do you pay? You don't pay anybody. You're just an employee. That's all you are. You don't pay anybody. You don't pay. But the same, this guy, he thinks that he is the guy who's, is between me. These are the people supposedly in this great democracy. And the guys with the Brits is just funny. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.